Hello, everyone. This is your dear friend, Minister Yvonne, coming to you from JOY Inspiration Ministries of Washington, D.C. There is so much that is happening in our world today. We see so many changes that are taking place. And what comes to my mind is Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, the third chapter. And I just want to share a quick word with you. Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, the first through the eighth verse, makes mention of approximately 28 changes or transitions that mankind would experience in life according to the wise King Solomon, who was the son of David. It lets us know that to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Now, King Solomon, he had this understanding of the seasons and the transitions that we would encounter. And I also believe that apparently George Benson, and many of you may know him, the infamous, famous songwriter who wrote the song that everything must change. I believe that he may have had this understanding too when he wrote that popular song. Now, the message in the passage of poetry within the biblical scriptures is actually centered on God's ultimate authority in heaven and his authority on earth, as written according to King Solomon. And humans have mastered many things. Yes, we've mastered many things in this world. But there are some elements of our existence that are beyond our control. We will not conquer time. We will not conquer time. God is the one who appoints every moment, and he controls each moment. Our lives contain a mixture, beloved, of joy and sorrow, pleasure, and we experience pain, harmony and struggle, life, and yes, death. Each season has its appropriate time in the cycle of life. There is nothing that will stay the same. And so we as God's children must learn to accept and begin to, if we have not already, to adjust and to flow with, if you don't mind my saying, to flow with God's design. Because God has a plan and purpose, and he has truly mapped everything out for mankind according to his purpose. Some seasons we will find them to be quite difficult, but we must begin to understand that God has purpose even in the difficult seasons. And although we may not fully understand what it is that God is doing, we must begin to trust him. We must learn to trust him in those times. We must humbly submit to his plan and to trust him that he is working it out. He's working it out for his good purpose and his good pleasure in our lives in the earth. Yes, although we may find ourselves experiencing fair weather transitions one day, and tomorrow could possibly feel as though that we're in the midst of a tsunami. But by the grace of God, beloved, and by his mercy, we can navigate through these times, for he is with us. And so I just wanted to say, be encouraged during these times in which we are experiencing so much in the nations, within our world, within the systems. There is so many changes that are coming about. And it was already revealed that everything must change, that nothing stays the same. The only thing that does not change, and the only one who is consistent in everything, is God. But we can be encouraged today because we can put our hope and our trust in Him.